We're gonna be decking this thing out. It's getting Icon's Stage 8, I believe it is. It's the highest package they offer. Billet everything, billet upper control arms, billet lower control arms in the rear. Coilovers that are on the fly adjustable. We're gonna be wiring in. Jake's gonna be wiring in, I'm not. What's up, guys? Got this Bronco pretty well wrapped up. Got a few minor things to finish up, but I'm going to dive into it, show you guys Icon Stage 8 billet kit. That's going to be kind of the main focus of this video. Very high-end suspension system, something that we don't have the opportunity to do a whole lot of. Very costly, so I guess we're kind of saying from that perspective, you know, is it worth it? This kit retails almost $11,000 just for the lift kit. No install, no wheels and tires, no bumpers, you know, none of that stuff. So very costly system, very high quality. We'll dive into everything else we did on the Bronco as well. Bumpers, lights, all that good stuff. But kind of the main focus of this video is this Icon lift kit. We're gonna go test drive it, give some reviews on it, show you how their app works, and just kind of give a little real world input on it. We'll hop in and go for a spin. All right, so this lift kit system is Bluetooth controlled, meaning each coilover is independently wired, and it's got an app that controls it with a little brain that we wired in and set up under the vehicle's hood. I want to show you guys real quick how it works here. Still learning how to work all this.
What, a phone?
Basically. There we go. So pulled it up. As you can see, it's connected, got the green light on. It's got a few different modes. I've played around with it a little bit, but it's pretty cool the way they set this up. You've got this screen here, which you can kind of control what they call G-boost, corner boost. So that's your individual dampening for each corner. You've got front and rear. Got 3 modes down at the bottom: normal, off-road, tow. These are kind of presets. So if you click off-road, you can see it goes to a 4. Tow haul stiffens up the rear. But it's just a really cool, really trick system where you can basically fine-tune this to your liking. For the street, we're just going to keep it on normal. It's got a 2 front and rear. Go spin it around, see how it drives. G-force meter, you can measure braking G's, bumps, acceleration, all kinds of stuff. Pretty cool little app by them. Vehicle management, logs, presets, just tons of stuff. But anyway, we got it in normal mode. Take off here and see how this bad boy drives. So we're out cruising around, test driving this thing. We're just in the city right now. Liam and I were talking. Yeah, honestly, this probably isn't going to be a real fair review because we're not going to go rock crawling or trail riding with this customer's rig, but just trying to get some feel and feedback of the suspension as a whole. It's very smooth, feels stock-like. Again, it's just on the kind of normal number 2 setting. We haven't really messed with that yet. We're going to go try to find maybe a back road with some bumps and, you know, just a little bit of unsmooth pavement. Again, we don't want to take our customer's vehicle and go do anything too crazy, but go check this thing out and see how it does, I guess. Going into this build a little bit more, Pete and I were talking when we spec'd everything out. He was looking at this kit from Icon or possibly a kit with like King coilovers. King, as everyone knows, is major backlogs ever since COVID. The King system that he was looking at was like over a year out. So I've ran Icon in the past on FJ Cruiser, 4Runner, some of my personal vehicles, and we do a pretty good bit of it at the store as well. A lot of Toyota stuff. Icons, they spend a lot of money on research and development. As you can see, I mean, taking taking the initiative to make something kind of groundbreaking like this electronically controlled suspension, spending the money to have engineers write the software for the app. It's really good quality stuff. So we talked back and forth, and this kit we lucked up. It was available. We could get it in a couple of days' time. He was ready to move forward, and rest is history. So a lot of our Bronco stuff is more, I feel like, from a looks perspective. Bulk of our customers, they may be going to do some gravel roads or some light stuff, but really the bulk of them, they're just going for the looks and the wheels and tires. So most of the lift kits that we do, honestly, are more spacer lifts, entry-level coilovers, stuff that can easily be had for $1,000 to $1,500 installed, parked, everything. Of course, there's lots of different options. This kit here is a more purpose-built, off-road ready, best of the best stuff. Pete plans on using this vehicle. He's already been talking to me. He's going to be taking it to Windrock. It's going to be something that he uses kind of for I think a weekend toy. He told me it's not his primary driver, but I mean this thing's going to be used and seen on the trails. There's a lot more travel with this system, more down travel, more up travel. It's just better all around design. The rear control arms by Icon, the way they design those and cut those helps with clearance on the skid tanks, clearance on the gas tank, helps with coil bind, a lot more articulation. This is a performance built suspension, so that's the reason it's so much more expensive. It still does great on the road, but where this system really shines, where the app's going to come in handy, all that is hands down going to be off-road. So that's kind of the biggest difference with something like this. I'm trying to find some kind of big bumps, bad roads, speed bumps, anything like that. And there's speed bumps at 30 miles an hour. It's definitely a lot smoother than my Bronco.
Oh yeah.
So that's the other thing for you guys watching. I have a Bronco, I daily drive it. It's got the factory Bilstein suspension from like a Wild Track. Still kind of at the heart of it, it's lifted, but this is a much nicer setup than my kit. Man, again, we're still on a normal setting, hitting speed bumps, And I know speed bumps don't tell the end all result, but we're kind of working with what we got, and put some downpipes on this thing, an exhaust, did a JB4 tuner. My Bronco, again, doesn't have any performance upgrades. Mine's on 40-inch tires. This is still on factory 35s. This definitely has a lot more power, but it should. The tuner and downpipes alone probably add 80 to 100 wheel horsepower. Flywheel horsepower, of course. This thing feels good though. I've got it in normal mode. It's a little loud for sure. It's got good pickup for sure. Obviously it's not a race car, but feels good. We've got it on just the initial tune. So the JB4, it's really cool. This is the app that controls it. So this stuff's getting really high tech, just connected to it. Got a screen, you can change all this layout. This is factory, but the cool thing, got your maps here. We've just got it on the regular 91 octane. We're just making sure everything works like it's supposed to. We're gonna let the customer kind of do the final stuff, but you got 93 plus, you can do some ethanol blended tunes. Even on the stock setting, still gaining horsepower, but do an ethanol blend or something like that, you're going to pick up probably another 50 wheel horsepower roughly. Real easy, but pretty cool stuff. All right, so we made it back. Very impressed with the suspension. Drove great, rides great. It's awesome on the highway, as good if not better than stock. I think he's really going to be impressed with it off-road wise. That's again where this system is going to shine and make the most difference. So this kit is designed around 35-inch tires, believe it or not, which is what comes factory on the Wild Tracks and what is on this. You can run a 37-inch tire, but you have to add some bump stops to actually limit up travel. For right now, he's going to leave factory 35s, maybe do some wheels here real soon. We're still kind of up in the air on that. So the beauty of this lift, again, it's fully adjustable, coilovers, obviously. We added a lot of weight on the front with the DV8 MTO bumper and worn winch, but picked it back up. All in all, we've gained right at about 2 inches of lift in the front and basically just kind of leveled this thing out. The rear gained about 3/4 of an inch over factory. DV8 skid plate underneath there. Got some goodies from Factor 55 up here on the winch. DV8 fog lights, Baja Pro ditch lights, Baja Designs linkable light bar. This thing is super, super bright. These covers just snap on and off. Pretty cool look to them though. Infab rock sliders, no, excuse me, Fab 4 rock sliders. Customer supplied those. We did the DV8 matching rear bumper, flush mount fogs here. Those are wired into the reverse lights. They come on with reverse. All the Icon goodies underneath, control arms, billet lowers, billet uppers in the rear, all that good stuff. But yeah, turned out sweet. We can't thank our customer Pete up in Knoxville enough for the opportunity to do this. This was a really cool opportunity. He's got this thing wrapped and looking cool. Like I said, probably gonna do some wheels soon, but this is stage 1, which is probably the biggest stage 1 we've ever done. Turned out awesome, but hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you got any questions in regards to the suspension kit, got a Bronco, you're looking to get something similar to this done, or anything for that matter, tons of choices, give us a call, 423-790-7447. Drop us a comment below, like, share. See you later. Peace. Also, do you think this kit's worth $10,000? Drop a comment.